The following champion versus champion contest is a special referee match and is for the Universal Championship.
This is the main event of A2C. Overkill Winter is coming. As here comes Carmelo Hayes, the special guest referee, the man in the middle. An interesting referee attire, may I say.
You know, he's always going to come out with swagger wherever he is, even if it's in this certain predicament here tonight.
Well, as Titantron reads H1M in this situation, he is the one because he is the man in the middle. He's in control between his two brothers. One he fights alongside, holds championships with. The other, his leader Starboy, the solo star, the Universal Champion. Corns, be honest, do you think Melo is going to be fair in this matchup? Because truly, I'm not sure.
I mean, we saw what happened on Emergence. We saw what happened a few weeks ago between the Authority, where the contract signing would be conducted on Overkill a few weeks back. Jimmy Uso, Johnny Gargano, and Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes, his final words before getting super kicked in the face by Jimmy Uso, that man himself, the king of the climax. Carmelo Hayes said that he's done with this. The rules are in his hands, and he will be the one to decide the future of the Authority, whether that is with both of them or without them. Without Triple H here, the Authority is seemingly falling apart.
Former A2C World Champion, the Climax King, this man has forced through match after match, week after week, the workhorse of the entire company, Jimmy Uso. He made the incredibly difficult decision. He took matters into his own hands, perhaps took advantage of Hunter being away from the Authority and chose Johnny Gargano, his words being that he's never held the Universal Championship and he would love to hold that belt. Obviously, there was unlimited history between the two men, remembering back to Jimmy's World Championship reign that lasted a mere 5 days. He lost that title to none other than Johnny Gargano. I'd love to see him return the favour and crown a new Universal Champion here tonight.
Well, Carmelo Hayes, he has the weight of the world on his shoulders here tonight. Not just the fate of the Universal Championship, not just the fate of the Authority, but the fate of Overkill on his hands. Carmelo Hayes, he always says that he doesn't miss, but tonight Carmelo Hayes cannot miss a decision when it comes to these two, because it is bad blood on all three corners of the world of the Authority.
Jimmy Uso coming out with that tag team belt. The referee Carmelo Hayes, obviously the other half. What a man Jimmy Uso is, the aura. He's ready to do whatever it takes to crown a new champion here tonight. But here comes.
What does Johnny Gargano do?
He has to do what he always does. He has to look away at the fact that it is his brother standing across the ring. He has to be able to just go out there and do what he is used to. The Star Boy, the Universal Champion, the accolades of this man just speak for themselves.
Of course, it was advertised just last week that the CEO, the leader of the Authority, Triple H, will be making his presence known here tonight. I can only assume it will be for this match and for this decision. You got to wonder, what could Triple H's mindset be, what he's coming back to here tonight when his authority has been put into shambles.
Well, he's going to be upset, he's going to be angry, he's going to have a huge mix of emotions. I'm sure he's going to have one-to-one conversations with each of these men as to what is going through their head.
I mean, at this point, I feel like we're past one-on-one conversations. I think Triple H, it could be time for him to take this into his own hands. A plan B could be in the back pocket for all we know. But ladies and gentlemen, take it down to Alicia Taylor for our final match.
Introducing the challenger from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, one half of the Tag Team Champions, Jimmy Uso. And his opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, the Universal Champion, Johnny Gargano.
It is a finale on all fronts. It is the beginning of the end. It is Johnny Gargano versus Jimmy Uso as Gargano holds over that title to his friend, could-be former friend, after tonight. It's the finale of the Authority. It could be the finale of Johnny Gargano's reign, but this is the season finale of Overkill. We end it off with the Universal title, the implosion of what has made Overkill over the course of this year. Here we go.
Jimmy Uso starting very, very quickly here tonight. Johnny Gargano now. These two men. Insane amount of pressure on Jimmy Uso.
Look at this. Saw the first pin attempt of the match. Into the cover. Carmelo Hayes in position. Not even checking the shoulders. Oh, a very quick 2 count. But now Gargano rolls through it as well. But now both men going to roll back and forth in between pin combinations. Into the covers. Broken back and forth. Testing Carmelo Hayes here tonight as a referee. Well, Gargano goes for another pin. Oh, but look at Carmelo Hayes. Calling a rope break. Being a fair official. Calling it down the middle between both men.
It's so sad to see the Authority in disarray. I mean, we saw it with the Judgment Day in the past, we saw it with the Triangle of Terror, but the Authority, truly the last people you'd expect to be at each other like this.
I mean, before Survivor Series, they looked like to be the most powerful faction in the business, but then Johnny Gargano not only lost twice, Jimmy Uso and Carmelo Hayes were really the only men that came out on top after all of those. Johnny Gargano would lose to Seth Rollins on night 1, Survivor Series night 2, War Games. The entire Authority would lose. Jimmy Uso and Carmelo Hayes would retain their tag titles, but at what cost? Because after War Games, it seemed to be the final nail in the coffin for everybody, as a big argument between Jimmy Uso and Johnny Gargano led to Jimmy Uso's decision, him winning the G1. He is the one. He won the G1. He could be the one to end this reign. Coming out with that crown on his head, showing that he was truly born a king, has his throne as the G1 winner as Gargano continues to fight back. But tonight, he needs to claim that throne against Gargano, against one we believe who is the greatest of all time here in A2C. This could be the coronation of Big Jim. One we've been waiting for a very long time, one that has been deserved for many years to come. But Gargano continues to fight back with that big lariat. We're showing why Johnny Gargano is a 4-time world champion here in A2C as he continues to fight against Jimmy Uso. This is a Rebel Heart version of Johnny Gargano that Seth Rollins brought out of Survivor Series, and it has not left Johnny Gargano since. Cover by Jimmy Uso, hooking the leg is not going to be enough to put away Johnny Gargano. What kind of Johnny Gargano do you think we are seeing here tonight?
We're seeing the type of Johnny Gargano that does not want to drop this championship. It doesn't matter if he's against his brother in the Authority, Jimmy Uso. This man, his title reign stands at 113 days. It's still going strong. He wants to continue that here tonight. He is Mr. Main Event. He is the star boy of A2C.
Some would even say the face of A2C as we know it, but Jimmy Uso wants to change it. He wants to change it once and for all. Is he going to do that off the top rope? Uso splash did not connect. Gargano was able to read his partner like a book as he's now back to his feet, but Jimmy Uso continues to fight back. And now Uso has Gargano in the corner. Look at the face of Carmelo Hayes. It looks like he's reluctant to even watch, even count these falls. And he looks like it just doesn't want it to end.
Jimmy Uso now. Big drop kick in the corner to Johnny Gargano. What do you think of Carmelo Hayes' officiating so far here tonight, Corns?
I think it's been very fair down the middle, but it only matters because when we get to those dire straits where it matters the most, like right here as Gargano connects with that lawn dart on Jimmy Uso into the cover. Carmelo Hayes now in position, counts the fall. Will it be enough? No, Jimmy's going to kick out of the fair too. Carmelo Hayes, as you can see, as I've already said, counting it down the middle. Oh, but Gargano, look at this. The symbol of everything that has led to this moment. A pedigree to Jimmy Uso throughout all of these men's careers. That's the one move that's gotten them the gold. Will it keep it for Gargano? No, it will not just yet as Jimmy kicks out.
A big moonsault by Johnny Gargano and Carmelo Hayes.
Cover. No. Jimmy continues to fight, but Gargano is being reluctant to give Jimmy any offense whatsoever. Jimmy, oh, there's the super kick, and another one to Gargano, back of the head. Down goes the champion into the cover. Will Jimmy Uso cash in that G1 win? It looked like a very quick count by Hayes, but no, Jimmy Uso still can't get the job done against Johnny Gargano just yet.
Oh, little fact that double super kick was what won Jimmy Uso the A2C World Champion all that time ago, but now turning to the dirty tactics is Carmelo Hayes. Yes, Carmelo Hayes is being fair.
He's not going to stand for it. He's not going to stand for anybody's BS, but a super kick to the back of the head of Gargano. And now Jimmy Uso doing whatever he can, whatever it takes to keep Johnny Gargano down. And look at these punches in the corner. He's got to be careful not to get himself disqualified as he's just assaulting Johnny Gargano. The hatred, the ego that has been seen between both men. Jimmy Uso's pissed that Carmelo Hayes just called that rope break. He cannot believe that he wouldn't just count the fall. There's another super kick by Jimmy Uso.
And Carmelo Hayes, he's a man with dignity. He's been given a job, he's going to do it. I think he's going to try to keep the peace here tonight as much as possible. We never know what's going on backstage, though.
Oh my God, Gargano sent to the outside. Remember, champion's advantage as Carmelo Hayes is not going to start the count on Gargano.
If Jimmy wants to win this title, he needs to win it by a pinfall or submission. He's not playing pinball, I can assure you that.
I want to play pinball. Look at Gargano staring at Jimmy Uso. It looks like even Gargano is still in disbelief that this is even happening right now as he slowly makes his way back into the ring with Jimmy Uso, who now catches him off guard. Jimmy now has Gargano looking to send it vice versa. There's the pedigree to Gargano into the cover, hooks the leg. Cover, Melo's in position. Gargano kicks out.
Big kick out by Johnny Gargano. Doing whatever it takes to retain his title. Jimmy Uso relentless here tonight. Now heading to the top rope. He could be going for that big splash. No, calling up Johnny Gargano.
He calls him up off the top. There's that big forearm right to the top of the head of Gargano. And the champion is down. But Jimmy Uso only looks to go up. And what goes up must come down. Crashing down onto Johnny Gargano. Another Uso splash. Cover by Jimmy Uso. Melo in position. Oh my God, it was almost over. Johnny Gargano kicks out at a fair 2 count.
Johnny Gargano still fighting, managing to reverse Jimmy Uso, now laying down some offense, targeting the arms, now looks to be calling up Jimmy Uso perhaps.
Gargano springboard, there's the moonsault, down goes on Gargano, cover on Uso, hooks the leg, but there's a kick out by Jimmy Uso. Again, Carmelo Hayes keeping the officiating fair between both men. as Gargano fights back again. A second pedigree coming for Jimmy Uso. He connects with it this time. Jimmy Uso has nowhere to go. Floats him around center of the ring. Cover. Gargano's got this one. Cover on Jimmy Uso, but no. He thought he had it won, but the one is still fighting against Johnny Gargano, who now goes to the second rope. What more is Gargano going to pull out the arsenal? There's an axe handle to Jimmy Uso.
Johnny Gargano has had it easy. He is the champion. He only really fights when he wants to. Jimmy Uso has had to earn this chance to even have this title opportunity through the G1. That's matches every single week. Then he has tag matches that he has to do. Alongside Carmelo Hayes.
Jimmy Uso has been the workhorse of 2025 over the course of A2C in this year, but look at now Gargano now has Jimmy Uso in the corner. Cheeky Nando's. There's the super kick right to the face of Uso, and now calls him up. Gargano looking to prove to everyone that he does not need the authority to keep the Universal title. One more pedigree, and he connects. Jimmy Uso is out cold, but he's got to drag him to the center of the ring. Gargano wants to prove to everybody that he can truly do it himself, even against his own brothers. Cover on Jimmy Uso. Hooks the leg. Jimmy kicks again out of a third pedigree.
These two men ice cold. Here at Winter is coming. They're still going. Big super kick by Jimmy Uso.
The super kick now to the second rope. What more can these two do to each other at this point? Off the second rope, there's that missile drop kick, taking out Gargano. Carmelo Hayes still trying to watch on in absolute awe as both men are pummeling at each other, throwing haymakers back and forth as Gargano gets back to his feet off the reversal. Big shots to the face, fighting with whatever he's got. There's the calf kick right to Jimmy Uso, who now goes to the floor for maybe some breathing here, but now look at this. He's taking off the turnbuckle pad again. Carmelo Hayes counting him out as well, but now he's on the apron. Gargano has Jimmy shot. Oh no. Oh no. On the apron. One final beat on the apron. Jimmy's head might be broken. His skull might be cracked in half. Gargano with that side kick right to the face as well. The exposed turnbuckle still coming into play as Carmelo Hayes starts the count of two on both men as they fight on the outside.
Carmelo Hayes keeping it fair, wants both men back in the ring. Johnny Gargano really giving it all to Jimmy Uso, throwing him back in the ring.
And now Gargano, springboard, takes him down, and now Carmelo Hayes worrying about the exposed turnbuckle pad. Gargano could be looking to lock in the Gargano escape, but no, Jimmy fights back again.
Now Gargano goes
into the cover, hooks the leg. Will this be it? Well, look at Carmelo Hayes. Look at the slow count, and he gets back up. Melo's not counting the fall. This could be. Wait a minute. He breaks. No. Carmelo Hayes, final cut to Gargano. It was a ruse all along. Carmelo Hayes made his choice, and he sided with Jimmy Uso.
Carmelo Hayes' loyalty lies with his tag team partner. Carmelo Hayes helping out Jimmy Uso tonight. Pedigree.
Jimmy Uso takes out Gargano with another pedigree, and the king has been no, he hasn't! Gargano kicks out of two! Oh my God!
Back from the referee, and here comes Triple H. Hunter, the boss is back, the cerebral assassin, the game, the leader of the authority, coming down to hopefully sort all of this out. He's been on vacation, but he's finally back. And if I'm not mistaken, he wants his faction, the most powerful, incredible, detrimental faction in the entirety of A2C, back together. Is he actually going to think of this?
What is going to happen?
Carnage.
What is going to happen? Triple H staring a hole through Jimmy Uso. Gargano back on his feet, fighting back. He's got him for one final beat. He connects. There it is. Triple H now slides into the ring. Cover on Jimmy Uso, but there's no wait.
What?
Triple H? No.
Please no! A pedigree to Gargano by Triple H! You gotta be kidding me!
So much for me calling him the boss's star boy.
Wait a damn minute! What in the hell is going on? Austin Theory is here!
The A2C Hall of Famer, Austin Theory, is here. As
We
if
saw him
OVK
face to
Winter
face.
is coming. Couldn't get any more extreme.
We saw him face to face earlier tonight with Uncle Howdy, who he's got an I Quit match with at New Year's Revolution. But what the hell is he doing here now? He's looking to save his former friend, his former ally, his foe. But look at this. And now Carmelo Hayes and Austin Theory staring at each other, both men. The faces of A2C before, but Carmelo Hayes taking out Theory, taking him out on the ramp, still trying to fight against the Authority is Austin Theory.
Hayes is down on the ramp. Austin Theory getting him up. A-Town down.
Theory still showing that he's got Carmelo Hayes' number. There is no official. Melo's been laid out, and now Theory running straight at the CEO, right at the general manager. A-Town down to Triple H. Theory takes out the game.
Now Austin Theory with the stairs.
Oh
That's your
my
goddamn
goodness.
boss.
It's your boss, man. What are you doing?
Austin Theory doesn't care. He's a Hall of Famer. He does what he wants.
Now Gargano has Uso center of the ring. One final beat, shedding the skin of the Authority. The pedigree no more. Wait a minute. Drew McIntyre. What the hell is Drew McIntyre doing here? Claymore kick to Gargano. Carmelo Hayes back on his feet. Why is Drew McIntyre here? This is absolute chaos. Final cut on the concrete. Theory's out cold.
McIntyre, the man who managed to take down Kyle Fletcher earlier tonight.
Don't tell me Drew McIntyre has sided himself with the Authority. I said earlier that stabbing Kyle Fletcher in the back was an all-time low, but the Scottish scumbag may have gone a little bit lower as Jimmy Uso continues to fight back against Gargano off the one final beat attempt, but there's a pedigree by Jimmy Uso. Gargano's out, Triple H is in the ring, and he's going to make the count himself, and he fast counts and he screws Johnny Gargano out of the Universal title.
Jimmy Uso, we have a new Universal Champion. It doesn't matter how it happened. Jimmy Uso, the most deserving man, the workhorse of A2C, is your new Universal Champion.
But he's thrown it all away because he sided with that corporate bastard Triple H, and not to mention, I believe Drew McIntyre has as well. I thought him stabbing Kyle Fletcher in the back was an all-time low, but that Scottish scumbag, that son of a bitch, Drew McIntyre, has become the biggest hypocrite of them all. After all that self-praise, only coming back to the Authority because there was no other way. There was always another way. This was the only way for a coward like Drew McIntyre and a coward like Jimmy Uso. Everyone should be ashamed of themselves.